Hey guys, now this is not ideal, but this is where I have to work. So, and this is the only way I really have to put my camera up. But hopefully the lighting's good enough for right now. It's later on in the afternoon and it's cloudy outside. But we've been having great weather, so love the vacay. Okay, on this one we had the blue, but I don't want to just do a plain page. Now, if you want to do just a plain page and you got some pretty paper to put on there, then you go right ahead. So I looked through my stash of stuff and I had this. So I thought, all right, I can probably do something with this pretty easily. And probably going to use, I don't know, will this work? This might work. It's just thin paper. So I'm going to take, anything you got that's like a 1/2 inch or wider is going to work for this. You just kind of want it the same size as the page. So I need 2. And we will need some more, but for right now, I need the 2. Now, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing here, so we're just going to play around with it. I think I'll go ahead and use, since I went around and inked this outside part that I could, because I will be putting paper on this. But I thought I want to use the blue. And the blue will go down. Okay, so probably only need one of these. And before I take it up, take the sticky back off, I'm going to fold it. And we're making a hinge. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. So, I mean, you can even get 1 inch if you've got something that's 1 inch wide. That will, totally work. I really don't, other than another piece of paper, so I'm going to do this. Okay, so now I've got a crease in it. I'm going to go ahead and take my goodie off of there. And the first one I'm going to do, and I folded it backwards, but that's okay. So I'm going to take, I didn't get my glue ready. See, this is for traveling. I put the lid back on. And hopefully that got cleaned out nicely. Oh, come on. Must have been a little bit of glue left in there. Come on. Yeah, a little bit of glue left in there. Teeth come in very handy sometimes. Let's see if we're going to get any glue out of this. So I'm going to just put some glue on the side if we're going to get glue out of here. It does not feel like, there it goes. A little bit. So I definitely have some dry glue in there. Let's try seeing if that will help. Okay, we're gonna get the Fabri-Tac out. I'll have to do some work on that baby. And I don't have my phone set up, but I am gonna try. So this video is not gonna have my mug on the side. All right, so I'm going to take my tape and put it on whatever the base page is that you're going to put down, if you want to do the same thing I'm doing. So we're going to try and line up without making it stick the halfway point. There we go. There we go. Got glue on my fingers. I hate it. And now I'm going to fold this back this way. Okay. And I'm going to put some more Fabri-Tac on the back. So this is the front, just like this. I'm going to flip it over, and whatever the front is here is going to be flipped over, top, and we're going to lay this down. And mine is shorter than the base page. So we're just going to line that up and smooth it out. And I have a little bit over here that I'm just going to snip off of the tape because I didn't need that much for the other piece. All right. There we go. I don't have a garbage can either. And then we're going to flip it back over and fold it down. It probably would be better to wait until it dries, but it's working because it's got adhesive on it as well as the glue. Where is my, here it is. If I think about it a little later, I'll show you guys the little setup I've got. It's actually not that bad. I am having to videotape upside down and backwards, so that'll be fun remembering how to do that on my software. I had somebody ask me about something that I used, and I have to get back with them. I just remembered that when I said that. Oh, goodness, it's always so much going on. Okay, so, and this doesn't actually matter, but I did want it to open up this direction, so I'm going to be covering all this, so it doesn't really matter if it's top or bottom, but now I'm going to put down my blue onto this page. And I think I'm going to get to Joann's or Michael's tomorrow where I will be able to get some more Fabri-Tac. Because over by where I live, it's like 50 miles away to get to any craft store. So, yeah. Good thing I have a room full of stuff. You know, it's just the little things that you always run out of, like glue. That it's nice to be able to run up to Joann's, use a coupon. So here, the Joann's is 15 minutes up the street, and that's only because there's traffic. So it's really close. And but this was our old house that we used to live in, and we rented it. The gal that lives a couple houses down from here is a what do you call it? Not a landlord, but a rental agent or something like that. And so all of the houses in the area that people like snowbirds come down, only sometimes they get with her and rent the houses out. So that's pretty cool. I'm trying to get this pin back in here so it doesn't get worse. Okay, so there is that. Now, I'm not going to decorate this right away because I am going to probably use scraps. And we are going to We are going to decorate it, but not this time. And I'm sorry, my table does move a little bit. I will have to get that remedied right away. Okay, so now on this one, okay, so I have this sheet that I'm going to cut down to use for the base page, and I have these envelopes, and I decided that I'm going to have the openings to the outside, and I'm going to have this little window that you will be able to see when you open the page, and then you will get a window here and the second window here, and then you'll have your base page. So you'll always have a pretty window that we can decorate. All right, so let me first get this cut the way I need it, and then we can move the book out of the way. And let's see what I want. I think I'll do it this way. And height-wise, I can't take off much more. Well, I can't take off any because it's just not quite the right size. And let's see, I'm going to move this up a little bit, put it back where we want it, and then I can use my pencil. I brought my pencil. I was so proud of myself. And I'm going to take this to right about there. Let me get my cutter. This is my traveling cutter. It's a good cutter. I need a new blade, so I'm hoping that Joann's will have a new blade for me. I'm assuming they still make these, so I'm assuming they still have the blades. Because it does leave a little bit of a remnant on the cut, you know, it gets that little raggedy edge. Okay, and then I am incorporating over here the little designer folder edge that's I think I've basically got you in frame. So I'm going to just use my pencil and draw myself a little squiggly that I'm going to cut out. All right, let's see how well I did. Let's see. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Okay, so here is our base page to go on here. And I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to put a T on the top because that's important. And we're going to close this up and remove it for a moment. Now we have our two windows. Now how are we going to, because you know the flap is glued down. This is a little rough across the top here. But I'm going to keep all of it, even though it's a little rough, because I want this window. So, let's get a piece of paper, and I am going to, let's see, I'm going to try and get my blue, and I'm going to cut it, and let's see, I think this one's a little smaller. Yeah, so I'm going to cut first this that'll fit into my largest one, and bring my cutter back over here. See, I can't even see my line in this light, so I'm hoping you guys can see better. We'll find out when I go to, oh, there it is. We'll find out when I go to make this video. All right, and then I'm going to cut this into a 1-inch strip. And then I'm going to need another 1-inch strip, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and then we'll make it fit. There we go. Alright, that could go back in our reserve pile, our save pile. And I'm going to score at a 1/2 inch. I do have my actual score tool that comes with this, but you know, I've always said that the more of a finer tip that you can get into those grooves will make a finer fold for you. But that little cutter is great when you're traveling, because then you don't have to carry, because that opens up to be a full, can get a full 12 by 12 page on there, so you don't have to worry about the other stuff. Now, I also think that I want to put something on the inside, and it can be one of these that kind of screwed up on, but that way it will be some paper on the inside of this. So let's just kind of measure this out. I'm just leaving a little edge so that I know that it'll fit in. Because there's really not anything on there I can use, but it's going to help just reinforce and clean up the inside of the envelope. Inside of the envelope. Okay, so let's make sure that this is going to slide down in there. Get in there. Well, I might have to. There. Come on. There. And then pencil right underneath my cutter. And let's just make this and cut it off. And I'm not going to pull it all the way out because it wasn't that fun to get in. I'm just going to pull it and lay it and cut it. Pull it and lay it and cut it. Yeah, pull it. And I think that might be beautiful in that little window. I think that will be perfect in that little window. Yeah, babies. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is right here, kind of at the top area, I am going to put some glue. And that's really all you need. Okay, so let's get this pushed down in there. And I want it to come right at the edge, and I cut it just right, thank goodness. And then push that down. I've got a little bit on my paper here. There we go. All right, so there is that kind of cleaned up a little bit. I've got a little piece hanging off. No, that's okay. That's okay, because it's all going to be covered up. All right, so now this one, where's my top? Okay, so this is my top, and this one I'm going to put inside I want to put it inside the envelope. I guess I'm going to have to cut it down. No, it should fit. I think we measured it. It should fit. There it went. There it went. Okay. So that is good. That is good. And then I think we're just going to wrap it around the back side of the paper. How does that sound? Okay. So we're going to put glue on the inside piece. And we're going to slide it in, get it down around the edge, straighten it out a little bit, make sure it's down on both ends just where you want it, and burnish that down well. All right. Okay. Now I think, yeah, I think that's going to look dynamite. I think that's going to look dynamite in there. Yeah, right about there. You can tell what it is. Yeah, very cute. Okay. So I'm gonna cut right here. And I am going to put glue all around the outside. Okay. Lift this up and let's stick this on the inside of our small window. Try not to get glue onto the window part. There we go. Cool beans. And I am going to save this piece, and once I cover this, I think I will cut those wings out and some of these leaves and decorate around the window for it. Or I could actually, I guess I could just put that right down there, but no. I think I'll save that, and we'll do some decorating around. Now we need whatever we're going to put into this window. Let me see now. Let me see. She would be pretty in there. Let's see, how much of her would we would get all of it. And we would even get that word Dream Castle on there. Yeah, I think that's a good one. Okay, so I am going to cut this to right about here. Cutter. And let's... So you guys get the idea. There we go. And I might be able to use the upper half in a different window. That will be cool too. Cool too. But, so we've got this, and we're going to have it there, and I couldn't bring it down just a little bit and get the Dream Castle in, which I think I will do. So I'm going to cut this right across here. There. Now let's fiddle with it a little bit. See what we're going to end up with. Isn't she pretty? I don't want to turn it around the incorrect. I'm trying to get this in here. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I love it. Okay, and we got a little dream castle there and just a hint of fairies here and there. That is so cool. So again, I'm going to put...
Come on.
Hi, babies. Dad just let the puppies in. All right. I'm gonna put this right here. Try and not touch the window with the glue. Work it around so you get it just the way you want it. There we go. Very nice. All right. Make sure we're not gluing any part of our pocket to close. Very good. Now we're just going to cover these up once we get it done, which I can do off camera. And then we're going to glue this one to this side. Make sure. Okay, that looks good. Make sure it's right, you know, even where you want it. Blah, 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 yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. Okay, here we go. So on Monday, one of the gals that lives down here, she and I are going to a town that has loads and loads and loads of antique stores and fun things like that. So I am looking forward to that. That is going to be fun. And of course I'll find treasures. And I haven't been to my favorite little treasure store that's around here yet, but that will happen. All right. And then there'll be a nice pocket there. Very good. Okay. We're going to do the same thing with the other one. So you guys go ahead and do that. Use your strip. Cover your inside back page just to give it some extra strength. Put your strip in. And this one will have to be cut down for me because it's a different size. But remember on this one I don't want the window out. And I'm going to center this one inside this one, but I'll have this window showing. And then I'm going to glue this around on this page. So that is going to be what the page is going to look like. And then when you flip this open, you'll have a beautiful picture here. And then we'll cover the backs. And this way you're going to have a nice pocket in the front. Now if you have a little half circle or a little thumb notch or anything like that, you may want to use that in here. I probably will just take like this, take my pencil. Probably easier to do before you cut. I mean, before you get it all put together. But anything that's going to make a notch in there that is going to make it easier for you to get things in and out. Because as it is standing right at the moment, it's not going to be very easy. And this way I can get rid of my rip. So now I'm going to have very easy in and out. Very easy in and out. Good. Okay. All right, guys, so you get the other side done. And then we'll just glue this down in the paper. And we'll move on from there. Talk to you guys in a little while. Bye. Find the button.